There was a man hiding in the crowd, holding a gun. No one noticed him. Not the reporters, not the Secret Service, not even the President of the United States. For several minutes, he simply stood there, watching, waiting for the exact moment when the President would walk out of the building. And when that moment finally came, the man slowly raised his gun. It was March 30th, 1981. Outside the Washington Hilton Hotel, cameras flashed as the president finished giving a speech. The crowd looked completely ordinary: journalists, photographers, supporters. But hidden among them was the man with the gun. And within seconds, everything would change. The president stepped outside. Secret Service agents surrounded him. He waved to the crowd. He smiled. And then suddenly, 6 gunshots shattered the air. Chaos erupted instantly. People screamed, agents lunged forward, and the president was shoved into a waiting limousine. For a moment, it looked like the attack had failed. But that was only the beginning, because inside the limousine, something strange was happening. The president suddenly began coughing. At first, the agents thought it was shock, but then they saw blood. The president had been shot. The man inside that car was Ronald Reagan, and the bullet that hit him had taken a bizarre path. It struck the limousine first, then ricocheted into his chest. No one had even realized he'd been hit. Not the agents, not the crowd, not even Reagan himself. The limousine sped through Washington streets, sirens screaming. Inside the car, Reagan's breathing was getting weaker. The agents suddenly understood the terrifying truth. If they didn't reach a hospital immediately, the President of the United States could die. Now, before we continue, if you are liking this story and want to hear more of such engaging content, like the video and subscribe to our channel. The car raced towards George Washington University Hospital. Doctors rushed Reagan into emergency surgery. Meanwhile, police arrested the gunman. His name was John Hinckley Jr. But investigators were about to discover something extremely strange, because his motive made almost no sense. Inside the operating room, surgeons made a shocking discovery. The bullet had stopped less than 1 inch from Reagan's heart. 1 inch. If it had traveled slightly further, the president would have died instantly. But what Reagan said next stunned everyone in the room. As doctors prepared to operate, he joked, "Please tell me you're Republicans?" Even while bleeding from a gunshot wound, the president was still cracking jokes. But the mystery of the attacker only deepened. Investigators expected politics, a conspiracy, maybe even a Cold War plot. But Hinckley's explanation shocked the world. He said he shot the president to impress a Hollywood actress. That actress was Jodie Foster. Hinckley had become obsessed with her after watching the movie Taxi Driver. In his mind, committing a shocking act of violence would make her notice him. So he chose the most powerful target in America, the president. After hours of surgery, doctors finally removed the bullet. Ronald Reagan survived. But history had come dangerously close to taking a completely different path. Because if that bullet had traveled just 1 inch further, the President of the United States would have died that day. And the most chilling part of the story, for several minutes after the shooting, no one even realized the president had been hit. Not the agents, not the reporters, not even Ronald Reagan himself. Sometimes, history changes because of a distance as small as 1 inch.